The date is December the 4th, 2025. I'm making this post to YouTube, and I'm going to title it Kurtz Stationery Store. But before I do that, I want to mention that 2 days ago, December 2nd, all of us learned that Rob Kurtz had passed away. And we're very sad about that. His wife Marilyn had passed away earlier this year, and there will be a memorial probably at the Presbyterian Church in the spring. Why? I go on eBay and I look for things of interest, if they're Kurtz Bros related or Clearfield related. And I found this postcard. John C. Clark and Sons, Philadelphia, PA, 1896. I think it has Washington or Jefferson stamp at the top. I live along the river. That's the train going down by. 1896, so I bought it. And when I got it, I turned it over. It said, Kurtz Brothers Book, Stationery, and Music, News Agency, Job Printing. To John Clark, please ship to 333 Market Street. 4 different items. Truly yours, Kurtz Brothers. This is a postcard written by the founder of the company that I worked for 43 years. They've been in business 131 since he started the company in 1894. This is a handwritten postcard, and I'll tell you what I think happened here. His first store was on 3rd Street, a framed old building that he even delivered with a bicycle for a number of years, 5 or 6 years, because his first truck wasn't purchased until early 1900s. And if he did not have something, he apparently set up a program with other stationers, and there were many in the late 1800s around, especially Pennsylvania, and he could order items for his customers through them, and he'd be billed, and he would bill his customer appropriately. So I'm thrilled to have that postcard. And on Monday of this week, I had contacted those in the office of Kurtz Brothers who could give me permission, the vice president and the president, Jeff Pissner and Matt Hoover. Matt is president. And I asked if I could share some of these things that I have, because I've been thinking about Rob a lot. And we ended up that I would have a small table at the Christmas party, which is December the 12th, at the Copper Cork. And anyone who wanted to stop by the table could review these items. I had a lot more that I laid out yesterday, and I've narrowed it down to just these things. So if anybody stops by my table, I can talk about one of the first catalogs right there in 1930 that was produced by Kurtz Brothers, by Mr. Kurtz. I can show them the 100th anniversary book that Rob Kurtz made that all of us are in. Well, those that were employees at the time in 1994, and also past employees. I can show them that. I can show them the video that Rob Kurtz gave me permission to make of our 100th anniversary party back in 1994. I remember I won a $100 bill. I was so happy. I don't have that any longer. That blue shirt you see right there, that t-shirt, when I worked at Kurtz Bros, some of the ladies had stockings. I had a stocking for Christmas, and I took it back to my office, if you could call it that. And I opened it up and that t-shirt was in it. Now, one of two men gave that to me. It was either Rob Kurtz or Ron Turner. I'm not sure which. Then I have a little, very small tablet. I had two at one time. Paul Schaefer used to be in my department when I was quotation department manager for 5 years, and Paul gave me two of these small tablets. When Monty Kunes retired, or was going to retire last year, I gave him one of the tablets for his birthday, but I kept this one. That's kind of special. And then I have a sweatshirt here from 2006, back when I was working as sales representative from 1984 until 2011. I did other things. I tried to invent products for the company, paper related. I tried to get people involved in parades. We were in the Clearfield County Bicentennial Parade, that parade in 2004. There were about 25 of us in that parade. That was fun. And I went around and I tried to get people who wanted a sweatshirt, and I would design the sweatshirts or the umbrellas with the hats or the t-shirts, and I'd even go into the factory. And then I would spend my own money and buy them and then sell them for what I paid. And for me, that was fun. So I have that memory. I have an awful lot of memories. I did dealer sales in addition to being a school sales representative my last years. And I was able to go all over the country to different cities as I sold mostly art class record and plan books to other school suppliers in the United States. I would have never had those opportunities without what I had at Kurtz Bros. In addition to these items that I'm going to share, Kurtz Bros related, I am very excited about the 250th anniversary of America. And I know Rob would have liked this. I have no doubt. So I'm going to pass out, if anybody wants them, at my table. Decorations of the Independence. Decoration of Independence right there. And I have some wristbands. Some say Clearfield, Pennsylvania, 250th anniversary. Some say Proud American, 250th anniversary. But I have enough of these pens that I think I can supply anybody that comes to the table if they want a free pen. This is Clearfield, PA. So I have to tell you, it was 1 o'clock today that my battery, well, it wasn't the battery, I ran out of space on my cell phone and it just cut off. And I got a little panicky. I have to add this. You know, we're so dependent upon technology today. For 15 years I've been making videos and I've loved doing it. And for 9 hours, because it's 9:30 at night right now, it took 9 hours, and I wasn't even sure that those eight minutes or so were even going to load onto what is my primary YouTube channel from my cell phone. It took 9 hours. It always takes a long time. And then I have to transfer it, download it, and transfer it to a movie maker or to the Clearfield, PA channel. And that takes another 4 or 5 hours. But I wasn't even sure that I was ever going to have internet again because nothing was available to me. I know I'm taking some time here, but you know, we are dependent upon these things now. and nothing was working in this house. I could not get my Gmail. I could not go to eBay. I could not go to any of my YouTube. I could not go to Facebook. When you're posting a video, especially one that's almost 10 minutes long, and you're not even sure it's going to post, it's panic time. But 9:30 tonight, the first part of this post was finished, and everything was back. And I thought, what am I going to do if I've lost the ability to do what I love doing? So, let me finish. I'm using my old Kodak camera right now because I'm going to pick up that cell phone and see what I can delete from the files. I love this Kodak camera. You can't even buy this anymore, this camera. I've used it ever since I started. It's given me some problems, but it's still working. So, let me finish. I've always felt that I was meant to work at Kurtz Bros. In a way, I still feel a part of it. And it would take hours to tell you why. So we'll just leave it at that. I'm thinking of Rob. I'm thinking of the party coming up next Friday night. And I'm very grateful to have everything back in the house. So, now I'm going to put the 8 minutes I had from my cell phone and the up to 3.5 minutes now on this Kodak camera together, post it onto the Clearfield PA channel. Hope somebody watches it. I enjoy each and every view. Good night, everybody. $11 at night, and I thought I was all done and could post it. And I realized I was not. I was looking at page 3, the dedication Rob did in the 100th anniversary book that he did. I think they're still available at the Clearfield Historical Society. You can purchase them. In fact, December the 6th, they're going to be selling books. Go and buy one. But look at the signature in the book on page 3 and the signature on the postcard. They're exactly the same. That's the kind of thoughtful person Rob Kurtz was. I caught it, Rob.